Going on, folks? We are going to take a look at Casper cryptocurrency, the Casper token. It is the 6th of April. It is 8:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on TradingView. We are looking at Casper / Tether USD on a daily chart. We've been getting a nice pullback here in the markets as well as the crypto markets. It looks like we are trading in the 7th of April candle. If you look down here, you could see, looks like we're about 19 minutes into the 7th of April's candle, sitting up 1.3%. Nothing too crazy after yesterday's move, which was down 10%. Nothing too crazy, but let's take a look here at a couple things that could be playing out step by step. I also want to mention, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join the Micro Futures channel. Go ahead and join us here. You'll be notified when we upload new videos. Looks like a lot of the viewers who are at least checking out these Casper videos are not yet subscribed. So go ahead and consider doing so. So let's see what's going on here. So we are still in a confirmed uptrend. And you might ask, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Well, we printed let me draw an arrow here to give you what I'm talking about, a confirmed uptrend. So we printed a higher low right here on the 22nd of March. And then we also printed a higher high over here on the 2nd of April. So we're stair-stepping to the upside. So the trend has changed from what was lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, to higher low, higher high. And where are we at right now? Well, we could be in the process of doing what? Setting up another higher low. Now, it doesn't mean that'll come in today or tomorrow. What that means is, and what it's looking like, and I'll show you with a couple other things. We could be in that process just like we were down here, setting up a higher low. So we put that double bottom in on the 15th of March, rallied up, pulled back, and then we were looking for that to happen, which it did. That happened on the 22nd of March. So we could be in that same process right now. We got that pullback and we're looking for a higher low to be printed somewhere in this area. So as long as that low is higher than the 15th of March low or the 22nd of March, then that still confirms the uptrend, and that would tell us that it is still intact. So we just don't want to undercut that low. So anywhere basically in here, a higher low, wherever that may be, it would be okay. So that is what I kind of see here on the charts. The uptrend is still in place. This actually was a higher high, higher low, higher high. And the question is, where in here does the higher low come in? If it does. If the scenario plays out where we undercut this low over here and we start to trade much lower, well, that would not be a good sign, and probably expect either lower prices or sideways prices for Casper in the weeks and months ahead. But so far, that is just just something to keep in the back of your mind. But until then, I don't really give that too much validity. So let's go ahead and throw some fibs on the chart. We will take, I think it was it this swing high? Actually, we'll take the swing high from this move here. So basically right around here, down into this low right about there. And you can see that using from this swing high to this swing low, we are finding support at the 0.618 fib level. That is this yellow horizontal line right on the chart. So that correlates with two things. If I can zoom in here, that correlates with one, this whole move right in here, these highs. So this was overhead resistance. And it looks like, if you look at today, or the 7th of April's candle, which is being traded right now, it looks like we wicked down, as you can see with that candle, and closed. Well, we're trading above the 618 right now. And yesterday we did the same thing on the 6th of April's candle. We traded down below the 618 and closed above it, and then we tested it once again in the last 24 minutes here. So that is a good sign so far. Now, it all depends what the higher ups want to do with these markets, if they want to push them lower. But right now, the chart is saying that we are finding support at that area. So 1, correlates with the 618 fib level. 2, correlates with old resistance turning into what looks to be now support. So wicks down into that area, but then gets pushed back up by the bulls. So that is a good sight to see. You can also see that if we get rid of those fibs, and we'll take a little bit of a bigger look here. That this bigger move here down to the same low correlates with the 236 fib level, and you can see that is where we actually found resistance on this leg up here, which also correlates with the 200-day moving average on Casper, which is this red line on my chart. So there's a couple scenarios. We have this move right here finding resistance at 1, the 200-day, and 2, the 236 fib level. And then if we take a little bit more of a zoomed in approach and we draw the fibs from this high to this low, we also have a fib level as potential support right here, which is the 618. So a little bit of some correlation going on there. And then also it looks like we're finding a little bit of support at the 21-day moving average. So you can see how that got flipped into what looks to be support. So the 21-day moving average, we basically broke below that right here on the 9th of December. And this is this purple blue line on my chart. You can basically see the price has been staying under that since then, if you follow my arrow down. And then what happened here on this big up day on the 18th of March, we broke above that, and so far it has flipped. It has flipped that into what now is a uptrend, and we're trading up. So we're at a key level here. And look at right where we're trading at right now is the 21-day. So let's see what happens here with these markets. Like I said, 1, we are sitting at a fib level. 2, we're sitting at old resistance, which is trying to turn that into support, which is this area right here. We are trying to find support at the 21-day. And then also I had mentioned that we are what looks to be in the process of printing a higher low. But that higher low can come in anywhere in this area as long as we don't undercut this low right here. That would probably spell more downside, if not sideways price action, choppy price action for Casper. So it would be good not to see that, but like I said, it all depends what the higher ups have planned for the markets, the crypto markets and the stock market. Today and yesterday were quite volatile, but probably a healthy pullback. We will see how far it goes. If it goes too much further, that's probably not going to be a good thing here. So took a little bit of a defensive stance today in the markets, in the stock market, that is, because one of the tough things, and of course, this is not financial advice, as always, do your own research. One of the tough things is buying assets and stocks on the downside is tough because you just do not know where they will stop. And it can be a dangerous game trying to buy the dip, because if I learned anything in the markets, it's the markets will move usually much, much further than you expect before they turn back in the opposite direction. So if you were buying Casper up in these areas, well, did you hold all the way down into this 5-cent range? I'm sure a lot of you have. I'm sure some of you didn't. So that is the tough thing about trying to buy the dip, buying a falling stock. You just never know how far it can go before it makes that turn in the opposite direction. So as the markets fall, we lightened up on some positions, took a little bit of a neutral to defensive stance. And once the market shows strength again, like Casper here has been showing strength, then we will look to be on more of a bullish stance. But of course, that is not financial advice. That is just kind of what we see in the markets and our opinion. So far, not too much trouble for Casper. If we can find some support here at the 618 fib level, which is basically where we're trading at right now, and print a higher low, I see a move that will be setting up just like this over the coming days and weeks ahead. So we will be stair-stepping to the upside, and we expect something like this. Assuming we print a higher low, that'll be what we're looking for. So you got to have patience. Usually things take longer in the markets, and usually moves go further than you expect. Of course, not financial advice. All right, everybody, go ahead, consider subscribing to the channel if you have yet not. Check us out on Patreon. Hit that like button. Check out our other links down in the video description. We have some merchandise over on Amazon. We have some merchandise over on Redbubble. Check that out. Helps support the channel. Greatly appreciate all of that. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Be safe out there. These markets are doing some wild things right now. And let me know down in the comments your thoughts. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.